The Virginia Lottery believes in providing games in a responsible manner and encourages responsible play. The lottery recognizes that although most people can play games of chance without ill effects, there are some people for whom gambling of any sort can be very destructive. This video is intended to educate Virginia Lottery employees about problem gambling.
Between 1% to 3% of adults in Virginia meet criteria for a gambling problem. And that may range from people that are extremely severe, that have massive problems with their gambling. Their addiction is out of control. But on the other end, that may range from people that are just starting to experience problems. That gambling's becoming a little bit too much in their life, that they're starting to gamble in ways that are harmful to themselves, their families. It's starting to be something that is less recreation and a little bit more preoccupation, obsession.
For me, it wasn't about winning or losing. I wanted the action. Whether it was a win, which is great, because losing is not very fun, but there was also some chemical reaction I had to losing that I was in the action. Oh, I got to start chasing now. I got to get back in the game.
When you gamble, there's a certain adrenaline rush that comes along with that. That hope there's a chance that I might win. People always want to make it about the money, and it's only about the money in the beginning of this illness, because as you progress, it becomes less about the money and more about just staying in it.
What indicates a problem is the difficulties that you start experiencing as a result of your gambling. Are you losing control over other aspects of your life? Are you having problems within relationships? Are you having problems within your workplace? Are you having greater problems with your finances? So really it's a question of what are the difficulties being brought about by your gambling?
According to the National Council on Problem Gambling is defined as behavioral patterns which cause a disruption in any major area of life. Signs include an increasing preoccupation with gambling, a need to bet more money more frequently, restlessness or irritability when attempting to stop.
Nobody knew I was gambling, certainly to the extent that I was gambling. And because I hid it from everybody. It's truly the silent addiction. Nobody knows about it. You cannot smell gambling on your breath. So the biggest thing is, and then you just get depressed, you can't sleep, you're restless, irritable. I can remember snapping at family and friends, and it's just awful. And you just get in that spiral of chasing. And I always remember there was two things, it wasn't so much the money that I lost, and I lost a lot of money, certainly gambling. It was the time that I lost.
You're working a full-time job, you're working a lot, and then on top of that, you're trying to gamble whenever you have free time, and then you're trying to maintain a marriage. All of these things are emotionally draining. When you're active, you're lying more than you can imagine.
When gambling behavior interferes with finances, relationships, and the workplace, a serious problem already exists. Problem gambling is an emotional problem that has financial consequences.
Look at it this way. I lost my job. There's tax revenue for the state, income tax. Lost my wife, that destroyed our family. Lost my house, went bankrupt. If you see somebody gambling their life away, the devastation it creates not only to that person, but to family, friends, and the community is just, it's unbelievable.
Virginia Lottery employees and retailers can make a difference, providing problem gambling brochures at retailer locations. Also, every Virginia Lottery ticket has a toll-free number for players seeking help.
I recently had a young lady who was down on her luck. She seemed like she was very upset. I sat out in the lobby with her and she explained to me she had a gambling problem. I listened to everything she had to say. I gave her a brochure, and inside the brochure has a contact number to call if you have a gambling problem. The next day, she called me and thanked me for taking the time to come out there and listen to everything she had to say.
Also, the Virginia Lottery produces a series of public service announcements to raise awareness about responsible gaming among the general public. There are a number of resources and organizations that can help. The Virginia Council on Problem Gambling, the National Council on Problem Gambling, and Gamblers Anonymous are good places to start. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call the Virginia Lottery Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-888-532-3500.